Doctor Who Revelation of the Daleks, the 7th story of the 6th Doctor, is written by Eric Saward and starring Colin Baker and Nicola Bryant. So Eric Saward got around to the BBC's policy against script editors commissioning stories from themselves by writing the scripts during a 6-week period between his contracts, and he was on holiday on Rhodes at the time, and many of the names including Lilt and Orsini came from places, products and people Saward accounted there. The serial is loosely based on the book The Loved One. The text on the DVD release says the story took an inspiration from Soylent Green. However, Saward said he hasn't seen Soylent Green at the time, and he thought up the idea of blue morning suits for Necros in order to cover up Colin Baker's costume, which he considered inappropriate for a drama series. This is the final Doctor Who serial to be produced using film for outdoor sequences and video for interior scenes. Started from the Trial of a Time Lord production, moved to all video. Colin Baker and Nicola Bryant appeared entirely on film in part 1 and have no interaction with the actors in the video segments. The story begins with the Doctor and Perry landed the TARDIS on Necros wearing blue, just like me. I thought it would be polite and fitting to the story. I'm blue, Perry fed an alien fish with some food and acted aggressively, so they had a walkabout. The Doctor gets attacked by a guy who is badly mutated. So Perry battered him, which calmed him down. So the guy sadly dies. The face looked horrifying. It is well done for low budget. So the Doctor and Perry climbed on the wall. Perry accidentally broke the Doctor's cloak. At least he's not being arrogant that time. It shows that he's recovering from regeneration. Meanwhile, DJ throughout part 1 entertains everyone on the TV screen playing classic music and saying funny stuff. Davros finds him annoying. Taz and Becca tries to get with Jobel. Despite all he does is annoy her and embarrassing her. She gets told by Tarkus and Lilt that he's not interested. We also get a funny scene where Jobel tells people how they behave towards the President and his wife, where there's people lining up and there's a guy at the side picking his nose, and Jobel's like, "Are you picking your nose?" Oh man, that was so funny. Gregory and Natasha searched for Natasha's father and found him mutated inside a glass Dalek casing, which looks pretty scary and well done.
Natasha knows him.
He's my father.
After Natasha had to kill him, she and Gregory gets captured, tied up and questioned by Lilt and Tarkus. So Orsini and Bostock goes on a quest to kill the Great Healer, aka Davros. We get an intense cliffhanger where the Doctor sees a statue of him, believing that's his grave, and it falls onto him. Colin Baker is fantastic in this story. As the 6th Doctor, he's less arrogant and more caring, especially where he says to Perry that he's sorry about DJ. Nicola Bryant, again, is great as Perry Brown. At least she's got more to do. I mean, for the records, the companions don't have much to do, as the purpose is that the Doctor should take his companions for a trip in time and space to show them stuff. The fact that they're scared makes it realistic. Terry Malloy, as always, awesome as Davros, aka the Great Healer. He's absolutely terrifying the way he shouts, and I do think he is my favourite Davros. Even though Malloy had a flu whilst filming the story, he does a great job of it. I also like the machinery he's in. I thought it was his life support system due to the events of Resurrection of the Daleks. Royce Mills and Roy Skelton voice the Daleks in the story, which I like the way they speak, making them sound shouty and terrifying. It's easy to get carried away, which is understandable if you enjoy voicing them. The design looks pretty cool, sort of similar colouring to the Imperial Daleks. Alexei Sayle plays Derek Johnson, who is a DJ who entertains everyone playing music and changes his hair. I really love this guy, he's funny and pretty cool. David Bowie, Phil Collins, Robbie Coltrane, Hagrid, Kenneth Granham, Roger Deltray and Nicky Henson were considered for the role. So was real-life DJs Alan Freeman. Clive Swift plays Joshua Jobel, who's an embalmer that has a sense of humour. He gives off great performance. Clive later played Mr. Copper in Voyage of the Damned. Trevor Cooper plays Lancelot Tarkus, the head of security at Tranquil Repose on Necros, who likes flowers. He's fantastic as well. Trevor later played Friar Tuck in Robot of Sherwood. Colin Spall plays August Lilt, a security chief. He's great too. Colin later played Mr. Crane in my favourite Doctor Who story of all time, Rise of the Cybermen and the Age of Steel. Jenny Thomason plays Tazan Becker, who works in Tranquil Repose. She gives off great performance. Eleanor Bron plays Madame Cara, the manager of food manufacturing factories. She's great too. William Gaunt plays Orsini, a senior knight of the Grand Order of Oberon. He's pretty badass. John Ogwyn plays Bostock, the squire to Orsini. He's fantastic as well. Stephen Flynn plays Gregory, a medical doctor who works for Tranquil Repose freedom fighters. Their mission is to free their loved ones. I really like that guy. Bridget Lynch Bloss plays Natasha Stengos, who also works for Tranquil Repose freedom fighters. I really like her as well. It's a shame that her and Gregory are killed off. Alec Linstead plays Arthur Stengos, Natasha's father, who gets mutated and placed into a glass Dalek machine. He's absolutely terrifying. Hugh Walters plays Justin Vogel, Kara's assistant and secretary. He's great too. Ken Barker plays a guy with his face half melted. His acting is spot on. The casts are brilliant in the story. The direction by Graham Harper and Eric Saywood's writing is amazing. I really love Roger Lim's music score in this. It's a great fitting, and it does sound like 1980s sci-fi horror movie. So Mr. Jobel came by and tries to get with Perry by telling her that the Doctor has been squished, but obviously not. So then the Doctor and Perry met Taz and Becca and discussing about the statue and the Great Healer. The Doctor wanted to know more about the Great Healer and Perry wanted to see DJ, so Jobel took her to see DJ. The Doctor gets taken away by the Daleks. Vogel has a last drink with Kara as the Daleks came in and they're to be taken to Davros. Obviously, if you don't obey them, if you don't do what they want you to do, they'll shoot you dead. It'll be the end of you, which is exactly what Vogel is doing. So Kara gets taken to Davros. The Doctor is chained up with Gregory and Natasha. So then Bostock and Orsini set them free, despite the Doctor tried to wrestle. We get a crazy scene where Taz and Becca tries to warn Jobel about Davros, but he refuses to leave and insults her. So she went crazy and impaled him with the injection. I was like, whoa! Jobel's wig falling off was the designer's idea. As Taz and Becca cries on what she did, she ended up getting exterminated by the Daleks.
You will be exterminated!
So Perry uses a radio to make sure their president's ship don't land on Necros, as it's dangerous. I love the bit where DJ uses a highly directional ultrasonic beam of rock and roll to blast two Daleks. Unfortunately, DJ got exterminated, which is a shame because, like I said, I really like DJ. So Perry gets taken to Davros as well as the Doctor and Kara. Orsini. Bostock tries to attack Davros, but it failed. And this is the first time we see Davros electrocuting someone like Palpatine. The bit where his hand got shot off explains why he's got a metal hand in the Stolen Earth during David Tennant's run as the 10th Doctor.
Hold! Stay where you are!
The Grey Daleks came to arrest Davros for his crimes against the Daleks.
You will obey my will! You will take me to Davros! Now!
Of course!
The ones on Necros ended up obey the will of Supreme Dalek. So Davros gets taken to the ship. Orsini, he tells everyone to leave so he can blow the room up with all Davros' Daleks, despite Davros and the Grey Daleks escaped from the explosion. So in the end, everyone sat around wondering what to do next in Necros as it's all over. Perry wanted to go on holiday for somewhere fun, as the Doctor says that he'll take her too, and then freezes.
Alright. I'll take you to...
Apparently, Revelation of the Daleks was originally to be the last Doctor Who episode ever made, as Michael Grade put the show on hold for 18 months, the guy who hated Doctor Who.
So why did you cancel the show?
I thought it was rubbish.
Literally 1 year and a half, which is why the ending froze before the Doctor finished his sentence, leaving his destination open. What the Doctor would have said to Perry is he'll take her to Blackpool, which leads to the Unmaid's The Nightmare Fair, with the return of the Celestial Toymaker, which later got adapted as a novel and audio big finish. I must admit, before I researched that scene, and also found out the whole thing with Graves cancelling the show, I thought the Doctor was going to say either Gallifrey or London 2,000,000, with the next story being The Trial of a Time Lord Part 1 to 4, The Mysterious Planet. I have to say, Revelation of the Daleks is my favourite 6th Doctor Colin Baker story. It's pretty epic, and always a blast to watch. What did you think of Revelation of the Daleks and Season 22? Let me know in the comments down below. We also have a mini-sode, The Eternal Mystery, written by Peter McTighe, where Nicola Bryant returned as Perry, who became the Warrior Queen on Grantep, and gets questioned by a bodyguard called Rex, played by Leo Flanagan, a trailer for the collection of Season 22 Blu-ray box set, and there's a statue of King Urkonos, and Colin Baker also returned as the 6th Doctor.
He'll get a kick out of that.
Harry? Harry!
Oh, keep your spats on, Rainbow.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Thank you.